Blackstone Audio presents 3 Years with Quantrill, a true story told by his scout, by John McCorkle and O.S. Barton. This book is read by Dan John Miller. Introduction. In all wars there have always been, and always will be, a class of men designated as guerrillas. But it can be said that the Missouri guerrillas are more noted than those of any war in any country for ages. Their deeds of daring, their miraculous escapes, and the physical sufferings that they endured are almost beyond belief. Following the close of the Civil War, a number of highly colored and melodramatic books concerning the acts of the guerrillas were published, in the majority of which the desire to be sensational defeated any attempts at truthfulness on the part of the authors. Another class of books, written from an intensely partisan standpoint, has given to the world a very imperfect conception of the motives and of the conduct of the Missouri guerrillas. All of these books were published at a time when men were controlled by feelings of prejudice and passion, and a number of the inhabitants of Missouri have, for years, endeavored to find someone who knew the facts and would truthfully relate them as they were. In the summer of 1865, a tall, gaunt, blue-eyed Confederate soldier landed from a steamboat at the town of Glasgow, Howard County, Missouri. He was dressed in a ragged, faded gray uniform and had all of his possessions about him. In the country above Glasgow, he had some relatives, connections, both by blood and marriage, of some of the best families in Missouri. And at the home of one of these relatives, this young man found employment as a farm laborer, and it soon became known that he was John McCorkle, one of Quantrill's bravest and most trusted soldiers, and one of his leading scouts. For some time the neighbors kept a close watch upon the newcomer, and viewed him with something of suspicion, fearing that he might follow the alleged example of some of the other of Quantrill's men and become an outlaw. But they soon found him to be a steady, law-abiding citizen. In 1867, he was married to an estimable lady of Howard County, and soon became one of its leading farmers and one of its best and most trusted citizens. And today no man in the county stands higher in the estimation of his neighbors and acquaintances than does John McCorkle. For years a member of the Baptist Church, he is known as a true Christian gentleman of strong character, as tender-hearted and sympathetic as a woman, but as stern and fearless as a lion, and the word fear has no place in John McCorkle's vocabulary. And when the time comes, he will, as he has many times in the past, face old death with a smile on his face. Quite a number of his friends, knowing his history...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?